spaces in the forest are orangutans, some of the very last of their race, struggling to survive in the disappearing rainforests of Southeast Asia. Deep in these tropical jungles of Sumatra is the largest arboreal mammal and the largest terrestrial mammal. Join me as we have a close encounter.
Steve's about to fulfill a dream, to be at one with a creature whose name means man of the forest. Along with gorillas and chimpanzees, orangutans are great apes, the human race's closest relatives. Our adventure takes us to Indonesia, to the northern end of the island of Sumatra, one of the last places on Earth we can find orangutans in the wild.
I'm trekking across these tropical rainforest-encrusted mountains across to Gunung Lusa National Park, which is home of the orangutan.
The Bohorak Rehabilitation Center at Bukit Lawang is halfway house for orangutans who were kidnapped from the wild by humans. The orangs here are safe from the outside world, along with the occasional other species also being returned to the wild.
So this is a siamang. He hangs around the bungalows here. Beautiful little animal. They're quite common, swinging through the trees. Another one of the beautiful, absolutely beautiful primates that are found in these Sumatran jungles. He's black, jet black. So these things swing through the tree like Tarzan wish he could. And they've got a fantastic call.
When young orangs arrive at Bohorak, they're quarantined. They could contract human diseases, which would be a complete disaster for the wild population. So they need protection and a basic education before we can even think of letting them roam the jungle. That's right, they need an education. Babies that were kidnapped as pets know absolutely nothing. They can't make a nest, can't climb properly, and don't even know what to eat. Releasing them to the wild is gradual. They have free jungle time to learn survival skills before returning to the center at night. This goes on for as long as 6 or 7 years, and some of these incredibly intelligent creatures will never feel strong enough to leave the security of their home cage.
How's this? She even knows that lock is the secret to getting in and out. She even knows that. What's this little trick? This is a bit of a trick. She's doing a tricky thing.
Even after they're back in the wild, rehabilitated orangs can hang around near the center for years. Steve's going up into their environment to meet Tessic, a young mom who's come back to show off April, her new baby. And he quickly learns new respect for their skills in the trees.
I wish I was as good as an orang. They make it look so easy. And their toes, you know, they're like their arms. They can hang on to anything. I'm just a big glummox of a human.
Orangutans suckle their babies just like humans. And also like us, they keep their children close longer than most animals. Little April will leave mom when she's 6 or 7 years old and can bear her own children when she's 9 or 10. Take a look at this. Tessic has such trust in humans that she's bringing her baby right down to Steve, even though he's a total stranger. Steve's really cautious because these moms are amazingly protective. He's not sure exactly how to behave and how she'll accept him in her territory.
When I came to Sumatra to have an experience with orangutans, I never really thought I was going to get this close. Check this girl out. Unbelievable. She's looking around. I'm far more intimidated than she is. I'm not sure what she's up to. Not at all. But she's got a little baby with her. Isn't she just beautiful? I'd just like to kiss her on the lips.
It looks like Steve's been thoroughly accepted. Little April seems a bit shy, but Tessik's actually bringing her closer to Steve. This affectionate bond between mother and child is one of the strongest in nature. But take a look at what happens next.
I just like to give her a big hug and a kiss.
Mom gently chews baby's hand and watch the reaction.
Hear that? Little cry.
Now that's a tantrum very much like you'll see in human children. As well as their four limbs, orangs use their mouths to help sense the world all around them. They express anger and affection all through mouth contact.
Blink of their fingers, blink of their toes. They're huge in comparison to mine, isn't they? Hard to imagine when you look at this beautiful mother and her baby as placid, as you know, as placid as it gets. What can I say? I think I'm in love. I'm falling in love with another woman.
I've had some wildlife encounters in my life, but the emotions that I felt in my heart, I was nearly crying. To get this close and be loved on by this beautiful, absolutely gorgeous mummy orang was such a touching experience, one that I'll take with me for the rest of my life. This is the final stage before an orangutan returns completely to the wild. The Bohorak volunteers come to the feeding platform every day to provide food for those who've graduated from nights in the cages to nights in the rainforest. They're given milk to drink and bananas to eat, and nothing else. Sure, it's boring, but that's the whole idea. They want the orangs to go deeper into the jungle and seek out their natural diet. They're mainly vegetarians, eating fruit, leaves, flowers, and bark. That makes up about 95% of their diet. They'll also eat insects and raid the occasional bird's nest for eggs. The bananas are a great supplement until they learn about their natural foods.
This is some pretty severe tropical rainforest. It's a pity there's not that much of it. Up here in Sumatra, there's isolated pockets, some big stands, and this is one of the biggest, and it holds around about 5,000 orangs, or so they believe.
There he is! It's the platehead!
Check out the size of this plate. He's sitting up there, huge, big platehead. I guess that's orangutan, but get out of my jungle. They're really funny the way they throw things at you. Get out of my rainforest or I'll brain you with this big stick.
They're funny the way they throw things down at you. It's very territorial.
What he does is he goes like this. Like that, he actually pushes on his mouth somehow and gets it to do that. And you see his dreadlocks. He's got dreadlocks hanging right down, which is quite typical of these big males. He's a beauty. Something like that, I think.
Ooh, maybe I shouldn't have done that. He looks a little grumpy.
Uh-oh, he's coming down. Hey, big fella. Have a look at him. Have a look at this. Hey, big fella. Look at the size of his arms and his back. Well, he doesn't like me here.
He's certainly not liking me here. He's swinging through the trees. I'm going to get a better vantage point and see if I can get up round in front. What a spectacular animal. Whoa! He swings through the trees and makes it look really easy. Me, I'm just a glum ox. It's eerie how you can be walking through the rainforest, feeling like you're totally alone, and then suddenly they just appear right there smack in front of you. Meet Johnny. He's also known as Mr. Mischief.
Oh, you got my backpack, Johnny. What are you doing, little fella? This is one of the animals that they've been rehabilitating. finished. Have a look at his hands. Look at that. He's only a young bloke, probably around 6 or 7 years of age. He's coming to people for food. Now, he's going to have to learn to get out into the bush and get his own... He just weed on me. Are you weeing on me? That's a very orangutan thing to do, to wee on you. Aren't they darling? Look at his gorgeous little face. He doesn't care if he wees on me. And it's very important that he gets out into the wild and he learns to hunt his own fruit. You can see their tummies are quite large. It's because they eat a lot of vegetation, and so they're constantly digesting. Now, as this male grows up, he's going to have to find his own territory. And you can see his face, it's quite thin. He won't actually grow the... Holy smokes, here comes a big one. Who was that? Is that your mate coming? He's looking over here. Is that your mate? Is that your mate coming over there?
Oh, gosh, aren't they special? And look, they're so inquisitive. They're into everything.
You want to look in my pocket? What about in this side? Tell you what, go have a look in here. Guess what? Look, I might have a little treat. Might have a little treat for him. Oh, there's someone climbing down from up above, isn't there, Johnny? They are so intelligent. And he knows he's in his own environment too, by crikey. He's looking around. There's another one coming in on us from up top there. He's pretty happy, this big boy. You checking my shorts there, mate? There's nothing in there. He's a good boy, little Johnny. Little Johnny. Try and get down, mate. Oh, don't fall over.
Here's some wild ones hanging in the trees. These guys aren't reacting like they're from the centre. These are wild orangs.
You can see the difference in size. Now, this is not what I'd consider a full-grown adult male. He's pretty big, but this is a full-grown adult female. He's a lot bigger than her. You're all right, mate. You can see that? That's a posture. That's a get away from me. He's almost beckoning me with his hand. Hey. No getting... Hey! You can see he's a pretty big male. He hasn't developed those plates yet. He's within the realm of the big plate head that we saw earlier. This is his territory. And until this guy gains this territory and becomes the dominant male, he won't grow those plates. But he's still a fine-looking specimen. Big, healthy, stocky buck. But he's certainly not big enough to knock the old plate off. When they bare their teeth, they kind of go at you. That's a sign. I'm grumpy. I'm the dominant male here. Back off. Are you throwing sticks at me?
Ooh, I get the message loud and clear. I believe in territory, so I'll move on and lead into it.
Oh, here we go. Now, there's this noise that I've been hearing in the bush. We're in the wilds of Sumatra, and I don't know what kind of a wallop this thing would pack, but I'm not taking any chances. You can see he's got a set of wild-looking mandibles at the front there, so he could probably bite. It's the noise that he makes that amazes me. Real noisy little bug. And those eyes. Check out the size of them. Huge, big antenna. I don't know how he makes the noise. Whoa. Make your noise. You gonna make your little noise? You can hear him in the background. Away you go, little fella.
To get the total orangutan experience, I reckon I've got to get right up there, 60, maybe 70 feet up, into the canopy, right into their habitat. That's the way to see the orangs. But I tell you what, one slip up could be fatal. If I come unglued from up here, it's a one-way trip, and there's no hospitals in the highlands of Sumatra.
Steve's about to experience something that's only been done by a handful of people, a close-up look at the behavior of orangutans in the nest. These amazing animals need a good reason to come down to ground level. This is where their food is, and it's where they're safest. I honestly don't know how Tarzan ever did this.
Hey, look! Down here.
Have a look at this little one. I tell you what, I'm gonna have really good foot and hand placement. It's easy for their orangs. It's like they've got 4 sets of hands. I've only got 2, and they love to play with their food, just like a little baby human. We love playing with our food. I'm 70 foot plus, up in the trees, in the canopy with this orang, and it's beckoning me to play with it. Come on, come swing through the trees.
Can you hear that? Sounds like danger to me.
The orang's like, what?
Sounds like something's breaking.
Oh, extreme danger. Here comes a mummy. Here comes a mummy with her baby.
I can't climb as good as you.
Here, look at my teeth.
And this is where the term hanging out came from. We're just hanging out. Me and this little mama. Aren't you cute, sweetheart? Aren't they just darling? Look at them. I tell you, they're biting my hand. I tell you what, you gotta risk life and limb to be at one with these animals. But it's worth it. My arms feel like they're about 6 inches longer. I reckon my toes are nearly prehensile. And I'm still not even close to gliding through the bush like these guys. But I'm giving it my best shot. And here's the reward. Look at the little baby.
Just like people, every face is different, and once you see one, you don't forget it.
Unbelievable.
There they go. The mom's name is Ratna, and her baby is called Monitor. They were released from the rehab center, and it's great to see them doing so well.
And as I swing through the trees, here it is. Look at this. Here's what I've been looking for. It's a nest. This little one's building a nest. They weave a platform of leaves and sticks, and then they'll gather some leaves up and put them over their head. They hate the rain. They don't like getting wet. And have a look at this. Can you believe it? A nest. Oh, gosh, they're beautiful the way they drape those leaves over.
Do a bit of camouflage, keeps them warm, keeps them dry. And it looks cute.
Orangs build a new nest every day, occasionally more than one if they feel like it. It depends on how far they move in the course of a day, searching the rainforest for sources of food.
I'm gonna get this backpack off, or I'm gonna end up dead. Let's picnic up.
What was that? They're so inquisitive. Sounded like a backpack hitting the ground.
That's better. It's amazing when you get up here onto the orangutan's level that you get to see what they see. And I can see them. Several of them moving around. We've got a mama with the baby. Little juvenile, probably 5 or 6 years of age, around the corner there. Just weaned off its mama. And this one with the leaves on his head. Looking really cute. Tearing himself to shreds, too. They make it look easy.
They use their nests for sleeping, mating, playing, and sometimes for just lazing around in the middle of the day. Now, getting back down is gonna be really tough. Back onto firm ground. This is where us humans belong. Back down here.
Woo. That's a bit refreshing. And this water's great. Keeps the people over there and the orangs in the national park. Because the orangs don't often cross the water. Some of the younger ones are quite inquisitive about the water, but rarely, if ever, will they enter into it and try and cross these rapids.
Everywhere we go, the orangs spot us well before we see them. And it's so rewarding when they come in for a closer look.
Here she comes. Check this out. Here she comes. Yeah, sweetheart. Oh, she likes her rambutans. She's got no scar tissue. Man, she looks good. She looks really good. That's two. Are you an endangered species? She's an endangered species. And that's why it's so important to get these little ones back out into the wild. I guess the most important thing when you're talking endangered species and conservation, oh wait, you've got one, is securing habitat. And this is a secure area, this is really good. But they need more. They need more and more and more. Instead of taking away their habitat, we need to give them as much as we possibly can. And the word conservation's a great word, but the big one is habitat. Habitat destruction, habitat annihilation. That's the hardest thing. And it doesn't matter what species we're talking about throughout the world, that's what we've got to strive to do, secure habitat. And each time we secure a little bit of habitat just like this, then through these rehabilitation programs, we can bring them back into the wild, release them. What a bonus. And the thing with these rambutans is they're a great food source because the orangs... Hey, she's dropping them on us. Because the orangs will actually find them out in the wild. So we're teaching them to get their own food source. And these are nice ripe ones. When they go red, they're nice and succulent. Hey! She's dropping them right on us. You're a naughty girl. Don't you love it? Have a look at this little gem. This is a land tortoise, and he's a little beauty. It's a full-grown adult, and you can see he's a land tortoise because he's got really sharp claws, a very almost elephant-like feet, probably even capable of climbing up trees. And this guy will go through the leaf litter. He's a herbivore, and I can tell that when you have a look at his head. See that beak-like structure? So he just chomps into the vegetation, and in actual fact, these would feed on fruits that the orangutans have dropped. So there's a bit of a sympatric relationship there. And if he gets threatened, look at this, look how good his claws are. Just dig into your skin. Really good. He's got these little scales, modified scales on his feet. Or sorry, I should say her feet. I can tell it's a her. She's got a cute little bottom. Only the girls have cute little bottoms. And when she gets threatened, she'll pull her head back inside her carapace, right in there, put your feet in, right inside there, and you can see no predators can actually get at her. Because there's civets and other mammals that would certainly eat this tortoise, but if she tucks everything up inside there, back inside there, they can't get in, you know, chomp, 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 and she's impenetrable. It's really cool when you take your house with you. Well, we'll put her back in her leaf litter so she can carry on the day's work. You can see this girl here. Look how distended she is in the belly. And she's moving really slowly. Her labia's really swollen, distended. She's so pregnant, she's gonna give birth. Maybe within hours, but certainly within days. And she's in these lower limbs, and I reckon she might be feeling a little bit sick. Come on, sweetheart. Here she comes, here she comes. Hey, girl. You want something? I got something for her. Hang on a minute, I've got something. Hey, sweetheart. She's a little bit pregnant, this girl. She's a orangutan. Have a look at her tummy. See how distended she is there? She's got a big, full tummy. And she's very swollen down there. She's only hours away, I reckon. Oh, you want another one, sweetheart? There you go. Yummy rambutans with a pregnant mama. Her breasts are starting to enlarge. Woo! This is it, hey? Pregnant. She's probably feeling a little bit crook, just a little bit off colour. But her eyes are very bright. She's just a bit tired and slow, really slow moving. And she won't be eating too much. This is just a bit of a treat for her. Look at you, girl. Isn't she just darling? Absolutely darling. Look at her big, big tummy. Oh, how's that? How's that? I can feel the little baby moving in her tummy. It's rattling around. You got it rattling around in there. Is this your first baby? It's confusing when it's your first baby, isn't it? She's like, I'm a little bit sick. Wow, that's incredible. Yeah, then, mate. I can't quite see them as good as that. I think I got it. Here comes the little seed. Spit it out. There's a girl. Orangs make the best mothers. They just make the best. Where are you going to have your little baby? It's amazing how out here in the wilderness, you just give birth in the trees and it all comes instinctively to you. However, this female was unknowingly educated by her mother on how to raise an infant, how to raise a juvenile, and perhaps even saw the processes of mating, the rituals, the combat, the big plate heads, everything that goes with it. I'm gonna get her some more rambutans because she's loving them. Wait here, sweetheart.
Orangutans mate facing each other, making them unique in the animal kingdom.
Yes, sweetheart. Hey, sweetheart. Hey, girl. Have a look at you.
Because they bear children only once every 7 years, such a slow reproduction rate makes them even more vulnerable as a species.
They're just like a human in that they give birth and they're ready to breastfeed straight away. See that nipple there? So the first load of milk that the baby gets will be loaded with great protein and have antibodies in it. Well, that's my cue to get down out of this bamboo. Not quite as graceful as an orang. What an awesome experience. Hey, I'm nowhere near as good as the orangs. Check this out. Well, I've sliced my leg well and truly right open. Who cares? I've just spent time with a pregnant orangutan. Woo-hoo! Yahoo, babies rule.
We suffered an incredible heart-wrenching pain when we got the news that this beautiful mama and her baby died not long after we left.
Hey, mate. This is a macaque. Now, these wild little devils, here you go. They got teeth, mate. I tell you what, they've got teeth. These macaques are quite common in the jungles. You see them all the time, but it's just a fleeting glimpse. And they love their tucker. They do this, I think. You're a little beauty. Are you going to eat that? He stuck it in his pouch. They've got like a mouth pouch where they stash their food. He's a little boy one too, you can tell that. And he's a naughty little boy one. He's doing that. Look at my haircut thing. And this bloke's probably the leader of the troop. If not, he's going to grow up to be, because he's got a wild attitude. Oh. Hey. They're grumpy little things, these macaques. And this is like a part of the troop. And here's the other part up here. How's the teeth on it? Oh, look, he's getting. Look.
That shut him up. I just can't make my hair go back like that. The old macaque, eh? Aren't they a crack-up?
Volunteers do everything at the Bohorak Rehab Center, including the cleaning. One of the best and also one of the toughest jobs is taking young orangs into the rainforest to learn jungle skills and to interact with other apes. Today, Steve's got the honor of babysitting two fantastic little guys for their daily lessons.
G'day, this is Bruno and he's looking forward to a day in the jungle. And have a look at this little one. It's Abu. Have a look at the expression on his face. Gosh, he's cute. Come on, I want to go out in the bush.
Have a look at these guys. This is Bruno, and this is Abu. Abu's 20 months old, and Bruno's around about 3 years old. Hang on there, Abu. Holy smokes. And they're rehabs. They're going to be let go out in the bush, where they're going to have to fend for themselves. But at the moment, they're just having a good time. They're just having a real good time. Come here, mate. Come here, little Abu. You can see Bruno's really quiet. He just sucks quietly on his rambutan. Whereas Abu, 20 months old and a handful. You're a real handful. Look at her haircut. Look at her haircut. Come here, you. I've got to be like a mummy orang. Got to stay here. Got to stay here with your mother. Don't go too far. Don't go too far. You can see this little bloke here. He's got a bit of a hair lip and he's got his tooth broken out. And that may have occurred from someone giving him a bashing. You can see why people would want to have them as a pet. They are absolutely gorgeous. They're like a little person and they are so cute. You know, they love cuddles, they love affection. They're just so human orientated it's not funny. So people get them as pets, which creates all sorts of problems. And what happens is usually they get sick of them or really nice people buy them off dealers and off those who are sick of them as a pet. And then they bring them out here where they're to be hacked out. And so Bruno, at 3 years of age, he's got another 2 or 3 years to go, and then he'll be out, slowly but surely hacked out into the wilderness. But you can see why Bruno, he wouldn't fend for himself. He's just way too much of a sook. And you can see his little hair lip there as he chews on that rambutan. What a shame. All right, he's gonna do some rolling. You're gonna do some rolling. Sit there and eat your rambutan. I don't want to sit there and eat my rambutan. Now, little Abu, she's only 20 months of age. And she's a little bundle of energy. And she's a lot more outgoing. And she's going to be a real easy one to rehabilitate because she's got that outgoing nature. She's not all that touchy-touchy, clingy to people, which is great. I mean, that's really good. Because the quicker they can get back out into the bush, the better. But they'll usually wait until they're around about 5 years or older. Oh, you don't be naughty like that. 5 years or older. Because that's about the same time as a mother would wean her juvenile off. Come on, up you get. Now you gotta do some climbing now. Oh. See old Bruno, he's not that keen on climbing, but he's gonna have to learn. This one here, this is Beefy. She's ready for rehab any time now. She's got naughty hands and naughty feet. The strength is amazing. No biting. See that? See the teeth baring? Exactly the same as people when they get a little angry, their lips start to curl up and it's obvious. She's so cute.
Many of the orangutans at Bohorak arrive with the same sad story. Taken for pets as babies and then abandoned or given up when they become too hard to handle. Orangs are around 4 times stronger than a human being, so once they pass the baby stage, they're a real handful.
You be gentle with her now. You be gentle with him. Come on, buddy. Yeah. She's a bit rough. She's a bit rough on this bibby. Notice, she was getting a little bit rough with the baby. Hang on, mate. Come over this way. And, Abu was pretty keen to get down on me.
Now he's looking up there. He wants to go back up there. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. That girl's been too rough. Yep. Up you go. You all right? Oh, hey, little one, are you all right? Come on then.
This little one's Oliver, another very young orphan. When orang babies are kidnapped, most of them don't make it. For every one of these little orphans that survives the ordeal, another 20 will die before anything can be done to help them.
Isn't this one darling? Look how tiny this one is. You're only tiny. You want to go back up? All right. This is little baby Oliver. And Oliver's only a year and a half. And he's just dropped in. He's just dropped in to say hello. You want to go up there again? All right. Here you go. Uh-oh, here's trouble. Here's trouble. Here's getting trouble. Oh no. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, here's big trouble. You got big trouble coming. Guess who? Guess who just dropped in to say hello? And you're naughty.
This playtime is all part of learning coordination and climbing skills.
Uh-oh. We've had a collision. You all right, mate? Come on, little baby. You all right? Did you fall out of the tree? Oh, gosh. Little Abu fell out of the tree. That happens. That happens all the time. Even big old adults fall out of the tree. Sometimes they're just little glummoxes. I don't know why. All right. You want to go back up? Come on, then. Try this one. Up you go.
Little Abu needs the rainforest to survive, and the rainforest's going to need him as well.
Boy, he's an independent little twerp, isn't he? He's going to do great out in the scrub. He'll do just fine on his own.
When Abu joins the wild orangutans of northern Sumatra, he'll play a vital role spreading the seeds of the rainforest plants they eat.
What are you going to do, little baby?
Without the Abus and Olivers of the future, the rainforest itself will slowly wither away. The rehabilitation is vital, not only for the orangs, but also for the entire ecosystem.
Time to go back now, and that's not always their time. Come on. Come on, little one. Ah, there we go. Now, where's your mad mates? Where's your mad mates? I'll give it to this other orangutan. Come on, buddy. Come on, mate, you gotta come down.
Watch Steve now. He's in a real predicament that will look familiar to mothers used to dealing with a bunch of small children. But Steve's having a rough time of it.
Come on, buddy.
Big mistake. Once Abu's got the banana, that's the end of it. And Bruno's back up the tree.
This is always a bit of a problem, isn't it? Come on, buddy. Come on. You kids are so naughty. Come on. Bruno, you gotta come down, buddy. Come on now. Hang on, you're not allowed to go up there. You coming down? Quick. Ah. He's winging on me. You're a naughty boy.
I'm trying so hard to be a good parent.
You finished? Now, drop that banana. All right. No, hang on.
Finally, the last resort. And it works beautifully. Pretend to go and leave the banana behind as bait.
Gotcha. All right.
And since Steve's got his arms full, this little guy isn't sure what to do. But with everyone else on their way back to the rehab center, he decides there's nothing else for it. He's going to walk back on his own.
Boy, these kids are a handful.
looks like he's done this a few times before. But like all kids, he's easily distracted. A quick last-minute snack seems like a great idea.
And just look at that expression.
Like us, orangs sleep during the night, and it's going to be a long time before these two will feel secure enough to sleep outside the cages.
Notice the way little Bruno holds his head. He's got a handful of fur there, and he holds his head, right? Now, if you look at the scar tissue on his lip and that bottom tooth broken out, it looks to be that this head-holding thing is a response to taking the beating. It breaks my heart how anyone could beat an animal like this, but it's reality. It happens. And I didn't necessarily want to talk about it, but there it is. It's a little bit obvious. Look at him, he's so cute. Anyway, he's got to go back into his house. And slowly but surely, he'll go back into the wild where he'll never take another beating ever again.
How could anyone beat such a beautiful animal? Every one is an individual, full of character and personality. Look at them. Look at their faces. The most beautiful animal on our earth. And yet we're pushing them to the brink of extinction. Now is the time to help this species, because it's gonna be a sad, sad earth if we lose the faces of the forest.